Hello everyone, now we're going to demo through the web application of the study, and I'm going to showcase you how to configure the study and go through the study dashboard together. First, if you're a new user, you're going to register here. Note that the registration is only for study coordinators, so the study participants should not be able to access it. For the email address, we're going to put in something random. And the study ID, we're going to select one, and we hit sign up. It says this email is already in use, then we're just going to change the email address. Okay, after you've signed up, you can log in with your newly registered account. And now you've logged in, and as you can see, here is the dashboard. On the left there is a menu. You're going to go through the profile, basic info, daily surveys, etc. etc. We'll go through them one by one. First, let's go to the profile. This page shows all the basic information regarding to the study. So here, as you can see, features, we have PVT length. Here you can modify the length of the PVT in minutes. For example, if you want to change it to 10 minutes, you can just hit update PVT duration. Now let's change it back. Update PVT duration, perfect. And then daily surveys. For here, daily surveys, as you can see, you can remove any survey you like, or you can add a survey. To add a survey, you are going to copy and paste the API key provided by Qualtrics. Gonna copy and paste that API key and put it here. Hit add survey and save changes. The new API key is going to be added and is going to be displayed in the mobile app. For the questionnaires, as you can see that on the right here is a poll of questionnaires. I'm going to showcase you how to add a new questionnaire. For example, hit add a new questionnaire. At the bottom here, as you can see, there is a new questionnaire here. If you don't want to add it, just hit cancel, but we're going to add a new questionnaire. For this new questionnaire, let's say just come up with a random name, for example, mental health. And the questionnaire description, we're just going to say description of mental health there, and that's it. That's for the questionnaire title and the description, and we're going to add questions. So to add the first question, you can just hit add question, and the question ID is something tricky here. You can add any question ID. To be honest, you can define the question ID. For example, this is for mental health, so we're just going to say MH001, and the text is going to be your question. So for mental health, how do you say that? Okay, we're going to ask, do you feel depressed, right? And the question type is going to be a yes or no question. So we're going to say multiple choice. And here's something to pay attention here. You're going to have to adhere strict to the protocol. When putting in the type, you're going to have to, if it's a multiple choice, you must put in multiple underscore choice. And the options are going to be yes and no. They are comma separated and conditional. We'll talk about it later, and you can select if it is required or not. We're going to hit required, and we're going to add another question. Let's say MH002. Okay, if you feel depressed, what is the, or how long in average of a day that you feel depressed? Let's say what level of depression do you feel like, or something like that. And the type here, You can either say it's a number, or you can say it's a text. Now here we're going to specify as a number because we want to say what level of it. And the option is going to be NA because, well, there is no option. All right, so here is the conditional part. Show if is going to be yes or no. If no, this question is not going to be shown. So we're going to say yes, and depends on what question. Here is when the question ID come into place. We're going to say it depends on this MH001 question, and it shows if the choice is yes. And you can specify if it is required or not. We're just going to leave it here and hit save, and it's saved successfully. Note that it is not added to the study yet because it's just newly created. We added the question into the poll of the question, but we haven't really added it into the study yet. We're going to hit add here, and you can see here are the available questionnaires that are ready to be added to the study. And here we're going to select mental health, and you can see that questionnaire added to the study configuration successfully. We're going to hit OK, and it is there, but we don't want to have it in our official application, so we're just going to hit this little cross under it that removes it from the study configuration, and thus even if it appears in this questionnaire poll, it's not going to be shown on the mobile app. And momentary assessment. These are the list of questions going to be asked for the momentary assessment that's going to be answered 4 times a day for the participants. In order to add new question, you are going to hit add row, and there is going to be something like that. As always, we're going to say rate the level of mental state. All right, and the scale and description. It has to be in a closed parenthesis, and you are going to specify if it is a number, a minute, a text, or it's a scale. If it's a scale, you're going to specify the scale. For example, it is, I'm just making it up, 7-point scale, and there are going to be some specification about it. For example, 1 is much lower, or let's say just for the easy sake, 3-point scale, right? 1 equals to none, 2 equals to low, and 3 equals to, I don't know, extreme, something like that. Okay. And scale and description, it's going to be a slide bar, a number. Since we have specified the scale, it's going to be a slide bar, and the minimum label is going to be 1, and the maximum label is going to be 3. Want to add another row. If it is number, and what is it called? Let's say, just ask a question, how many days in a week, and it's going to be a number, and this is going to be a number. If you select the type as number, you are not going to be asked to put in any labels, max label, min labels, and you're just going to save changes, and it's going to be saved. Of course, we don't want this to appear in the study, so we're just going to hit delete button over here and save changes. Changes are going to be saved, and the questions are not going to be added to the study. That's about the profile page, and then we're going to the basic info. Basic info refers to the participant. Remember that for the mobile app, we collect the baseline information. We ask them the questionnaires of their lifestyle, health history, and demographic, and here it lists the question IDs of the participants and the value they put. You can look at the participants' answers to the questionnaires, and yeah, that's about this page. For daily surveys, you're going to be redirected to the Qualtrics, and in Qualtrics you can follow the guidelines to modify the Qualtrics surveys and copy and paste that API key to the profile page. Daily surveys, you can copy and paste that API key over here to add it into the study. And that's for daily surveys. Vigilance tests. For vigilance tests, you can look at participants' mean reaction time, the timestamp when they've taken the PVT, and you can actually download the responses from that participant. If you download that, and it's going to be seen in a CSV file. Wait for it to just show up. Yes, so as you can see that the timestamp when the response is recorded and its corresponding reaction time in millisecond is recorded. You can download that data. That's about it, and it's going to show all the users participating in this study. And for the momentary assessment, of course, you can look at the instances, the timestamp when it's answered, and the responses. We have 7 questions, so you're just gonna see like what kind of answers are there for the questions. For example, for question 5 here, for question 7 here, the response is 0. For question 5 there, the response is 3, etc., etc. And you can of course download the CSV file for their responses. And for the observations, of course, there's going to be templates that are created for the study. So you can see that here is a demo template, and the matrix are going to be yawn and mistakes, and the participants are called Jack and Larry. And so in the mobile app, whenever Jack yawns or Larry makes a mistake, you can just add a number to it. To look at the responses to the observation, you can actually look at the library, and here is one called demo, and there are no audio notes. If there is an audio note, you can actually see. For example, over here you can see the audio note, the time when the audio notes are recorded and the text of it, and the observation data. For example, at this time, Jack yawned at this time and Larry made a mistake at this specific time. That's about the observation. And for wearables, you're going to be redirected to the Empatica Care portal. I'm just going to showcase a little bit of it. You can monitor the digital biomarkers of the participants. For here, for our test run, they're all paused, but I believe we can show you something around here. Okay, yes, so this is our test run participant. You can actually see the wearing time, their pulse rate, their skin temperature, electrodermal activity, the EDA that is monitored, and how many steps, etc., all these kind of biometrics. And that's about it. Thank you very much, and have a good day.